Hi friends, welcome back to Dust Not Included. My name's Roy and we're going to get in the AC and see what kind of things they have for us here at the Goodwill. Items I find today will either be listed on my eBay, a link to that is in the description below, or you can find them at upcoming live sales, which I have every Thursday at 6:30. Stay tuned to the end of the video. My aunt stopped by and she brought me a special surprise. Before heading into the Goodwill, I noticed this sideboard down at the end here. Look how beautiful this piece of furniture is. That would look so nice in a dining room or a kitchen. Heck, it would even look nice in a living room. They were only asking $19.99 for it. Can you believe it? It's just gorgeous. Well, I grabbed my card again and I headed in to check out the first end cap. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about my shopping trip. Well, the first thing I noticed on the end cap was this Wade. It was a large one too, about 3 inches. This here is Molly Malone from the Folktales series. Definitely had to pick her up. I also spotted this piece. It's an incense burner. I believe it might have been made out of clay. I thought it was a pretty neat piece and decided to take off that elastic band and get a good look at it. Someone definitely used it quite a bit. They were asking $7.99 for it. I thought this planter was a neat piece. It was a really nice color, and I liked the shell motif. Perfect for summertime. On the bottom shelf, I noticed this box and decided to take a look at it. They were asking $19.99 for everything inside. It looked like it was a tea set. I went to check out this little lady in a green dress, but I noticed she had a chip on her hat. They were asking $4.99 for her. This apple was interesting. It was a modern piece, so I did not pick that up today. I'm looking for more vintage type items. Ooh, look at this guy. This vase matched the set down below. It had no price tag. I'm sure it was supposed to be in that box. Then I spotted this Mrs. Claus shaker. It's by Lefton. So I definitely wanted to try to find her mate, which looked just like this guy. This here was a piece done by Betty in 1972. Wow, she definitely did a good job painting. Well, I tried scanning all of the shelves to try to find that salt and pepper shaker, Santa Claus. I could not find him, but I definitely decided to pick up Mrs. Claus because I think she'll look great in a little Christmas display regardless. This piece here was interesting. It was made by Yukago. They had different varieties where the little cherub was either on top of the boot or at the bottom. Unfortunately, this one here was missing a flower. I liked this little trinket box here. It was a trinket and music box. Look, it's Cupid. It was by the San Francisco Music Box Company. I think that's a cute little piece. This music box back here was also really nice. It was a swan and it was signed. They were asking $19.99 for it. Turns out it's from 1993, and I couldn't find any sold, but I did find some asking prices. They were asking $9.99 for this little Moriage piece. The prices today were kind of a little high. This little ghosty was cute. I think I'll decorate for Halloween with him. They had a whole basket full of more Moriage pieces and figurines. They were asking $39.99 for this whole basket. Well, in the end cap here, this little vase hiding in the back was cute. However, it had a few chips on it, so I decided not to go for it. This here was a lampshade. I didn't really realize that at first until I picked it up. I also noticed this cobalt blue bottle. Isn't that pretty neat? It's of a base, an upright base, and I think I'm going to put that in the cart. There wasn't too much left in the vase section to look at, so I moved along to the metal aisle. These brass pieces were interesting. They are wall plaques. They had 3 of them. They have Greek god and goddesses on them. They were asking $7.99 each. On the top shelf here, I noticed this vanity mirror. Isn't this a neat piece? I think these are so beautiful. A great thing to display your perfume bottles. These salt and pepper shakers were with this piece, but they didn't originally go with it. The wood aisle sure had a lot of stuff crammed on the shelf, but I couldn't find anything that was that interesting. This here I thought was an older frame, but it turned out to be a newer one. Just meant to look old. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. They had this cute little birdhouse down here. It was a little fisherman's shack. Unfortunately, Goodwill didn't have a price on it. On the other end cap, I noticed this piece of Fenton. It's a milk glass ruffled basket. They were asking $5.99 for it. The design on the handles tends to tell you the glass blower. In the glassware aisle, I spotted these Libby frosted leaf glasses. They were asking $6.99 for a set of 6. I also thought these pink stemmed wine glasses were really pretty. They were asking $7.99 for a set of 8. And these here were a really pretty teal color. Well, time to check out the plates. They sure stacked them real high here. This green one on the bottom stood out to me because of the bright color. It was a pottery plate. However, when I picked it up, it had a whole bunch of chips. This piece in the back also stood out. It was a brown drip glaze. It was a really pretty piece, but it had a chip on it. It was marked Germany on the back. On the other side of the aisle were more plates. I did spot this piece. It is from Germany. I believe this is transferred flowers on here. It was definitely not hand painted. In the black, I found these block optic pink depression glass, sugar and creamer. They were asking $2.99 each for these. I also spotted this saucer. Now, I've sold a few of these. They are month teacups, and this one here is for December. It's the December Holly. I decided to put it in the cart and see if I could find the teacup that matched the saucer. Unfortunately, after scouring the shelves, I could not find it. I also spotted this creamer for $3.99, but no sugar bowl. In the back, I found these cute squirrel salt and pepper shakers. They were asking $3.99 for them. They were really adorable, but I noticed I had a few chips all over them, so unfortunately, they had to go back to their shelf. I was surprised to see this on the shelf. Wow, it's an antique fluting machine. It was used to crimp or pleat fabric in the Victorian era. They were asking $79.99 for it. Check out this shelf. They have some gorgeous Polish pottery. This here is a teapot, and they have a coffee pot and these two sugar bowls. They are marked on the bottom, handmade in Poland. Wow, I'm gonna pick all of these up. Over on the bottom shelf, I noticed this picture. They were asking $19.99 for it though. I have noticed Goodwill's prices are going up and kind of being full retail value, but if you do a really good look, you will always find something on the shelf. They had these new carts going out for items they were putting on the shelf, so I decided to take a quick look through before they put them on the shelf. Look at these cute cordial glasses I found. They are uranium glass. At least I believe them to be, so I took them over to check it out. They are by Fostoria. Yep, they definitely glow. And look at what I found. Definitely gonna be picking these guys up. I decided to check out the framed artwork, which was in back of those new Goodwill bins. I didn't really find anything on the shelf though. Join me on my next shopping trip every Monday. Well, time to take these items up to the front. If you saw something I picked up, you can always email me at dustnotincluded@gmail.com to see if the item's still available. I just got home and my aunt stopped by with something just for me. Check out this refrigerator set. It is by Federal Glass. It's got this great ribbed sides and there's a fruit and vegetable motif on the cover. I collect these. I love them. I actually have partial sets myself. I happen to have this large one already, but I don't have the other pieces. Now I have a full set. I use these all the time. I prefer them over plastic containers. And I think they make my refrigerator look pretty neat. So I'm excited my aunt brought these by, a little gift just for me. If you've never been to one of my live sales, you should check them out. I have one this Thursday at 6:30. Janice and I rotate channels every week. This week will be on Jen's channel. I'll put a link to it in the description below.